Does Aaron Rodgers playing impact anything you plan to do for your game, who you play?
No.
Injury reports. He's not practicing today.
Who's not practicing today? Tyree Phillips, Jack Anderson, Cole Beasley, Gary Brightwell, Tommy Sweeney, Cam Brown, Ryder, McLeod, Pinnock, and Flop.
What happened to Pinnock?
I got a leg.
Is this something you're worried about or long term?
No. Day to day.
Is Jalen's Jalen okay?
Yeah. Yep.
Is Wandell any closer to coming off
Yeah.
up?
A day closer. Yep.
Is there a point where him being ready for the start of the season is unrealistic?
I'm just taking it day to day. So he's a day closer than he was yesterday. So getting better.
I don't think we've asked you yet. Rob Gronkowski said last week the only coach who could lure him out of retirement is Brian Daboll. Is that a phone call you'd make?
Well, I'm close with Rob, so got a lot of respect, admiration. Coaching him for 4 years. He's a good friend, but we've talked. I'm not saying we talked about that, but he's a close friend. When you coach someone for 4 years, and he's a very productive player for you, and really a good person. We're from the same town, so wouldn't read too much into that.
Does he have football left in that body, in your opinion?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't read too much into that. That's what I'll say.
Is Adoree still in the learning mode for that position? And how did you feel like he played?
Yeah, no, I think he's doing a good job. Look, he's a football player. He's played inside there plenty of times when we match. So, he's smart. He's dependable. He knows our defense. So he's done a nice job so far.
Brady, going into this week, cuts are a week from tomorrow. Do you focus more on finding out who your 53 are, or getting your 11s ready for this start of the season?
I'd say it's probably going to be a combination of stuff. We'll go through this week. We'll see what we need. We'll figure it out toward the end of the week. Good question.
The one thing that I guess is troubling sometimes is Jamie can be a little inconsistent with the punting. Is that a concern as you head into the season?
No, I'd say he's right along with all the other players and coaches. There's a lot of inconsistencies right now at this time of year, and we're always trying to improve. I have a lot of confidence in Jamie. We'll just keep on grinding away at it. All good?
You're obviously, you have another team, the Jets, across town. They have a lot going on. I'm sure you're well aware that Aaron Rodgers is there now. They're on Hard Knocks. They're sort of been taking all the headlines, capturing all the headlines locally. You guys are kind of on the back burner. What do you think of that as a coach, and does it matter to you?
No. I just try to do my best to get our team ready to play.
Did you watch Hard Knocks?
I do not.
Brian,
Do you watch it?
I did.
You like it?
It's entertaining.
All right.
That team, though, that's a big story. Are you paying attention at all to the whole Aaron Rodgers thing, and when he signed here, and what was your what did you think of that when you heard that he was coming to the same city, kind of?
Really, I got my team to worry about. So, again, he's a heck of a player, one of the best to ever do it. But all that other stuff, I mean, I'm not a storyteller or a writer, so I just try to focus on our football team getting better.
Does it change how you go into this week's game against them, knowing that you play them in 2 months or in the regular season?
I think it goes back to the question. There's a lot of stuff that we need to, you know, we got a big week ahead of us here to look at our players and decide what we're going to do with different spots. You know, my focus just, again, goes back to our team.
I know it's your team, but going to that, doesn't it? I would assume you would think maybe it helps you, the fact that, hey, a lot of the eyeballs are over there and they're not here, you know, asking our guys about, you know, the whole Saquon thing as it's going down and that kind of
I think
stuff.
the only thing that really helps us is how we prepare and practice. That's really the focus. That's what it's always going to be. We do a good job of preparing in the meeting rooms. We go out there and practice and improve. That's what helps us.
What's the biggest question you have for the roster this week? Or is there a position group that
No.
you're trying to?
No, I just think let's have a good week of practice and you know, let's get some good work in, and then we'll kind of figure out what we need to figure out towards the end of the week.
I've covered enough training camps where a guy flashes in the first week, or a rookie flashes, or an unheralded guy flashes, and then they kind of fall off. Is what's most impressive about what Hawkins is doing that he's sustained it? Like, he's gone from like, oh wow, this 6th round pick is a nice story, to like, we're 2 weeks from the season and he's in your rotation for starting.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's had a good camp. You know, he has been consistent, which is what you look for. You know, the consistency, the discipline that you need to improve every day. It's not always perfect. There's a lot of things that, you know, he can do better, but he's had the right approach to his job of improving each day, to being consistent. Again, there's plenty of plays out here I know he wishes he would have back, but he has the right mindset of what you're looking for in a young player.
We asked Wink last week about how comfortable he is starting 2 rookie corners, if that comes to that. How comfortable are you knowing that you've been an offensive coach, and I'm sure you would say, oh, I'm going to attack those 2 guys?
Yeah, I'd say whoever ends up being the best 11 or 13 or 14, I mean, there's a lot of different positions on both sides of the ball. That's, you know, whoever's out there is the ones that earn it. So, you know, there's still a few weeks away from here, but let's just keep on grinding away, getting better, and earning what we get.
Couple more.
How do you view Ben Bredesen's role at this point?
He's got good position flex. He's done a nice job really at all 3 spots of the snaps that he's had, which have been quite a few. Got good leadership. So he's done a good job with the things we've asked him to do.
Still going to keep running him at center at this point?
Well, he's going to have to play some center too. He's really going to have to play. You never know what could happen, you know. But the one thing that, you know, is valuable for a guy like Ben is that he's played all 3 spots. He hasn't just been at one spot. He can play all 3 spots. He's worked in camp in all 3 spots in OTAs. So, again, that flexibility is important, I'd say, particularly at that position.
Would you consider rotating at both guard spots in like a regular season game? Like, you've done all camp, but
yeah, I mean, I'd consider whatever we think is what's going to work best for us.
How would you describe Isaiah Hodgins' camp? You know, he brought in a lot of new guys.
Yeah, consistent. Yeah, he's a pro. He's been consistent with his assignments, with his techniques, with his fundamentals. You know, he's had opportunities. He's made the play. So he's a very level-headed player. That's, you know, I would say, I'm not saying he's the same as Trey, but I'm saying the same conversation we had. He's consistent. You know, each day he comes out, he works hard, he improves. He's good in the classroom. He's a pro. Have a lot of confidence in him.
O'Shane is the guy you didn't bring back right away until after the draft. You don't always see that. Like, once the team doesn't resign you the first wave. What'd you see in him to bring him back, and what kind of camps he had?
Yeah, he's done a nice job too. He's done a nice job setting the edge, you know, getting some knockback. Again, dependable, knows our system. He's had plays, you know, in there that have been good, and then, you know, plays we got to work on. But he's been a dependable guy for us.